WHO recommends antiviral drug, molnupiravir for patients with non-severe COVID-19 at highest risk of hospital admission. The antiviral drug molnupiravir is conditionally recommended for patients with non-severe COVID-19 who are at highest risk of hospitalization, says a WHO guideline development group of international experts in the BMJ today. Vaccination rollout for children more active than booster campaign with numbers more than 170,000. Amid the spike in Omicron cases and deaths reported recently, the vaccination campaign rollout for 3 to 5-year-olds is faster than the adult booster shot campaign, with numbers hitting more than 171,000 mark yesterday. Over 10 parties set to register their candidates for June commune election. More than 10 political parties are so far set to register their candidates for the upcoming June commune election to contest for more than 11,600 commune council seats up for grab across the country. U.S. President sets date for special ASEAN-U.S. summit in March. U.S. President Joe Biden will host a special summit with ASEAN nations in Washington on March 28 to 29, but the agenda details have not yet been revealed, according to a White House announcement. Live smuggled pigs packed in minivan. The Svay Rieng Provincial Animal Health Department's mobile inspection team seized 115 live pigs being transported in a minivan. 200 families still living on the river in PP despite orders to leave. Since June last year, Phnom Penh City Hall has been dismantling floating houses, illegal structures and fish farming on the river in 5 districts. Surge in third dose administration in Cambodia as Omicron fears drives vaccination. The daily triple-digit number of Omicron infection has compelled people to rush to get their third dose after initial haste which lasted several months. Online fraud investigation in Thailand reveals 8,500 SIM cards registered to Cambodian and Myanmar nationals. Illegally used mobile phone SIM cards and proxy bank accounts are vital jigsaw pieces in the increasingly complex businesses that are online fraud and gambling, police said. Cambodia becomes hunting ground for Vietnamese war martyrs from Long An. A team of soldiers from the Military High Command of Southern Long An Province is striving to search for remains of Vietnamese volunteers and experts who laid down their lives during the wartime in Cambodia. Rubber worker charged with robbery cum murder. Mandalkuri Provincial Court yesterday charged a rubber worker and sent him to prison for the robbery cum murder of a 51-year-old woman on Monday. Cambodia considers peacekeeping mission to Ukraine. Defense Minister General T. Bon said yesterday that Cambodia may consider sending Blue Helmet troops to Ukraine, if the country and the United Nations declare that there will be no more fighting with Russia. Drug risk, molnupiravir not for pregnant women, children under 18. All pregnant women and children below the age of 18 have been told not to take molnupiravir, or better known among Cambodians as molnupiravir, that is used for the treatment of COVID-19. Political parties find mixed reactions by authorities when preparing for election. As smaller political parties are beginning to organize in anticipation of the commune elections in June, some parties claim that local authorities continue to harass them while others are finding them cooperative. Rangers stop illegal loggers in Sri Pok Wildlife Sanctuary. Mandalkuri Provincial Department of Environment arrested 10 people who were involved in illegal cutting of trees in Sri Pok Wildlife Sanctuary on Sunday. Judges and prosecutors needed in the judiciary. With shortages of judges and prosecutors remaining an issue, the government has been training human resources in a bid to clear backlog of cases. Phnom Penh Court continues hearing case of CNRP activist. Phnom Penh Municipal Court yesterday continued hearing the case of Seng Theory, an opposition activist charged with incitement over a Facebook post. Chinese nationals told to abide by Cambodian laws and not spread fake news. The Chinese Embassy and Chinese Chamber of Commerce have called on Chinese nationals to strictly adhere to the laws of Cambodia and not violate them or create issues such as fabricate stories and fake news to deceive the public. Over 360 safe trucks transporting workers from factories to home. The Ministry of Labour has said that trucks transporting workers from factories to their homes have been modified to make them safer. Ukraine crisis, Cambodia's neutrality deserves more attention. Cambodia's neutrality has been crucial for its security so far. Neutrality was imposed upon Cambodia and Cambodia accepted it when Cambodia signed the Paris Peace Accord in October 1991. Phnom Penh braces for water shortages during dry season. Phnom Penh City Hall has informed people in advance of expected water shortages during the dry season and urged them to ask for assistance from local authorities who can arrange options besides tap water. Authorities alerted on substances to make chemical fertilizers used to produce drugs. The Ministry of Agriculture is taking strict measures to check on some substances that farmers are using to make chemical fertilizers for their crops, as they can also be used to produce drugs. Kep celebrates Clean Air ASEAN certification with parade. Kep was one of the cities in Cambodia that was recognized for its environmental achievement in the ASEAN Environment Ministers meeting. To celebrate its achievement as a city with clean air, Kep Provincial Administration organized a parade. Apsara National Authority restores walkway to entrance of Pre-Ko Temple. Apsara National Authority's technicians are restoring the walkway to the entrance of Pre-Ko Temple, according to the authority's news release. ASEAN COVID-19 table, the 2nd of March 2022. ASEAN as a whole has reported more than 20.75 million COVID-19 cases. Of this, more than 2.32 million are active cases as of March 2nd. Foreign Minister returns to homeland after mission overseas. Foreign Minister Prak Sokhonn yesterday arrived safely at the Phnom Penh International Airport after completing his mission in France, Germany and Turkey. New office building for International Border Checkpoint at Poi Pit inaugurated. The new office building of the International Border Checkpoint of Poi Pit in Banteay Meanchey Province was officially put into use on Tuesday to facilitate the cross-border travel of Cambodians, Thais and foreign tourists, especially the cross-border transport of goods between Cambodia and Thailand. Cambodia and UN marks Women's Day. The Ministry of Education and the United Nations in Cambodia celebrate the International Women's Day, a week in advance, under the theme Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. Japan provides $527,122 in grants for infrastructure repairs in 3 provinces. The government of Japan yesterday agreed to provide a total of $527,122 to 3 recipient organizations under Japan's Economic Cooperation Framework, the Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Projects, Kusanon. Can COVID subvariant cause serious diseases? Widely circulating BA.2 is unlikely to cause a major wave of infections in countries that have already witnessed an Omicron peak led by the previously identified subvariant.